I think you may be live.
Am I live?
I think so.
All right, we're a little early.
Yes.
Can you do me a favor?
What can
On
I
my
do?
chat that's open with
Yes.
Viva, just say we are live.
We
with
are
an
live.
exclamation
I can
mark,
do that.
just
Sure.
so everybody knows, because we might get a raid from a very popular guy. If you don't know him, his name is Viva Fry.
If you don't know him, you should.
Yes, you should follow and subscribe to his channel. So good afternoon, goeiemiddag. We're a little early. So I'm still baking breads and I'm still doing things. We've got another customer in. Our ding-dongs haven't stopped.
Today's been a busy day.
Yeah,
what
it's
can we
been
say?
a little busy. So made a bunch of sausage today. Got to clean the probe. There's another customer in here.
I'm going.
Right,
I'm
no
going.
problem.
I am putting it out so people know we are on.
All right.
And then I'm going to leave this guy for you.
Yeah,
so
put it
you
down
can say
here.
hello.
All right.
Hello.
So good afternoon, goeiemiddag. We are live in our store, back kitchen where we used to cook when we still had our restaurant. Or our retail store is to my right. And this is the kitchen we used to use prior to just being a retail store. As you can see, we got some sausage. So we did this thing. Oh, before we do that, you can go. You can
All
go.
right.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right. See you later. Is that good? Is it
I'm
not
gonna
good?
turn you just a hair
Yeah.
because you're gonna miss me when I come
Oh, okay.
back.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I have to make a gap because, well, I guess we can move it over a little bit when he calls back. But anyway, I want to add a little disclaimer to the show, I guess. This is not a kid-friendly show. All right, we work with food. Food lends itself to all kinds of interesting comments. Bread rolls, you know. We like to have fun because we are all adults here. So please, if you do not like slightly obnoxious comments, then do not listen to the show because it will probably offend you. If you don't get offended for nonsense and you don't have a meltdown, at the sight of someone, bantering a little bit of nonsense, please hang around and have some fun with us today while we cook. So we're a little early because Viva wants to get done with his show. So we decided, okay, we're gonna pop on early, and so I'm not quite done with my prep yet. I wanted to be done with this part, but I'm not. So you guys have to bear with me for a second. Let me just turn these. As you can hear, lots of ding-dongs because it's one of those days. If you don't know who Limp Bizkit is, you should listen to them. 6 minutes. That should be great. All right, so 6 minutes, my bread should come out. So we're going to make Boerewors rolls today. I've done this before, but the last time we did this, the sound was terrible. Everything was a complete mess. So I'm going to make a fire outside. We do not have a fire cam today because it's been a little busy and insane. But I've got the sausage here. I'm going to make a sauce, and I've baked the bread rolls already. So this is completely, I guess homemade for lack of better wording. But we make the sausage here, and then I made the bread rolls. Based off my recipe, you can go, and we're gonna. I was thinking about it. We probably change this at some point to make sure we got the recipe blog on Biltong USA as well. But you can go to Anton's USA, so ANTONSUSA.com. Go look at the recipes blog, and right at the bottom is the bread which I use. Now I'm going to give you a little disclaimer. I've been using this unbleached, untreated flour, unbromated, and it's pretty good. I like it. But I found if you follow the recipe and you use olive oil, it does tend to be a little drier the next day or 2 days down the line. I have made it with palm shortening today. I want to see how that comes out. I recommend tallow. Just put tallow in instead of oil and it'll solve all your problems. All right, so I've got my range on. I've got my pan ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a tomato and onion relish, which we traditionally eat in South Africa. So I'm going to do that in the pan, and I'm going to put this on the fire outside, which I'm going to light up in a little bit. And then we got the bread rolls, which are cooling. And then we're going to put the sausage on the bread roll with some sauce, and that'll be awesome. Best, quote unquote, hot dog you'll ever find in your life. So let me start with this. And the only reason I have gloves on is so my hands don't smell of onions. So let me start with this.
Wow.
I've got a trash can here, so it's not going on the floor.
Smells incredible in here, so you know.
Yes.
I do still have another customer. Have you said hi to Jody and
I've not. Hi, Jody. I've not even looked at the phone
and
because I've been talking. Hey, Brightcan.
Yes.
Glad to see you guys in.
From Canada.
All right.
And Jody's reminding everybody, hit that like button, as he calls it, the plussy. That is his name for it.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make half round rings. Almost cut it in blocks, which you don't want to do. You want this to be stringy, this sauce. All right.
I'll be back.
All right, says Arnold. I'll be back. I'll be back. All right. And then we all dice the little bits, pieces off there. All right, let's see if we can wring this guy out just a little bit. So you want to do about a 3 millimeter, I guess a 1/16 of an inch little ring. And then anything that's bigger than that, you just kind of dice it up. It'll add to the flavor. Sorry, these are onions I already had in the fridge, and they by chance just weighed out exactly correct. So I am just chopping them nicely so we can use them. I'm going to, so if you halve this thing like that, then you have a flat surface to work off. This is just the lid I use to put them on. So I will do that. What have we got? 2 minutes left. Yeah. All right. We want 2 tablespoons of, I mean, you can use tallow. I'm going to use olive oil. All right, let's get that going. So 2 tablespoons, 30 grams olive oil. And we're going to get that warmed up. And what I do is I put a towel on my scale, and that way my hot pan doesn't melt the plastic that the scale's made out of, you know, because this is about one, give or take, 1 medium onion, not too big. All right, there we go. 1 medium onion. We're looking for about 170 to 200 grams. Which is about 1 medium onion. Let me keep this on. I've got a minute left there. Let's get that. That looks like it's getting hot. All right, and I've already pre-made everything else. And I'll give you guys a recipe. I'll tell you what I did. So, not quite smoking yet, but I think we can pop these guys in there and let them cook. Yeah. 189. So this is about 200 grams. So it's like 1 medium onion. All right, now I'll take this off because I'm going to get the breads out. And my hands were just washed, so I'm putting some sanitizer on my hands so I can get those clean breads out of the oven. All right, whew, those bread rolls look awesome. And I did not bring a spatula because I started early. So we will get that going in a minute. Let me probe the breads quickly. They look awesome. Sorry about the ding-dongs, man. It's all the customers. 73. No, this has still got 2 minutes, Jody. 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. I thought 6 was a little short. So we'll give it 2 minutes. My son is yelling. So there we go. All right, so in here I've got a teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of paprika, half teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs. What else have I got? So I like to put some sugar in here, some brown sugar, just to sweeten this guy up. I'm also going to put some chutney in, but I used honey granules today because I like how they taste and what they do. Why is he melting down?
So we are a little busy in front. I thought, if you don't mind, I've got our sponsor here. If you want to mention who that is, this is the Peri Peri. The Peri Peri is
pop it down.
awesome
I'll
and
mention
loved.
it in a little bit. I'm still talking about making the sauce
Okay,
and
well,
the
I'll
Boerewors.
come join you soon. I've got a few more customers.
All right, no problem. All right, let's cook some onions. Sorry, give me 1 second. I want to get a spatula. All right, I also need to go switch the fire on.
I know.
Oh, my son is upset. He's getting to the point now where he's not sleeping enough because he wants to learn. And then around this time, the man gets tired and hungry and grumpy and all of the above. So as you can hear him yelling, he's very upset with the world. His sister will sort him out now. Or his mom or someone will sort him out now because dad's cooking. Otherwise, I'll go fetch him. Woo! That smells so good, man. You can put garlic in this if you want. I don't put garlic in. But there's nothing stopping you from doing that. So we're going to use 1 can of tomatoes. I normally use crushed tomatoes. Hold on a second. Let me grab him. Why is he out? Come. Okay. Come. You got to calm down. Okay. All right. It's all good. I don't know what's going on back there. It's chaos. Of course it's chaos. Where am I going? Chaos. I need to probe these guys to check if they are good. I think they should be good now. Let's put it in the same hole. Really? No, man. That can't be right. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this guy around, and then again 2 minutes, Jody. Just for you, man. They are pretty much done. I just want them to hit them 195. We're at like 186. So we're going to do another 2 minutes here, and then they'll be ready. I don't even have to probe them after that. So the old trick of stick it in and see if something is stuck to it when it comes out, that doesn't have to happen. You just check for normal bread, 195 on your thermometer. Just get it nicely in the center. And for banana bread and stuff like that, you're looking at around 205 to 210 just because of what it's made out of. So anywhere from 195 to 210 is normally good. So there we go. All right, I'm going to put the spices. So the salt, the pepper, the paprika, the sugar. We're going to get these guys, well, honey granules, I guess. Salt, pepper, mixed herbs, paprika, honey granules. Let it roll, man. Caramelize these onions a little bit. And yeah, that's looking nice. I think I could just take them like this and put them on a bun. That would be very lekker. Very, very nice. Woo. And I'm going to deglaze the pan with a little bit of vinegar. So you can use Worcestershire. I've got a vinegar mixture I make in-house. And I will take that vinegar. You want to come read the chat? And just see
I will
up there?
be happy to.
Sorry.
Doesn't look like too much. I don't know if we've got...
Yeah, we're a little early.
We are. I do still have people in front. It is that kind of day.
Yeah, it's been a busy day, man. There we go. Let's see what is up.
Not much going on in chats.
All right.
Yeah,
we're a little early. If you can you hang here for a minute?
Okay. Can you run front?
All right. If you can hang here for a minute, I just let me get the bread out. I need to sanitize my hands again because I just scratched my head. I want to get the breads out.
I'm going to talk about our sponsor because I'm sure you haven't yet.
No,
right?
I've not.
Perfect. I've got one of our favorites here. This is the Angus Peri Peri. That's a mild heat. I wouldn't say too hot for the taste buds by any means. But we do have Angus Peri Peri and Wagyu Peri Peri, and that is from BiltonguSA.com. That is our sponsor. With code S.T.F. 10, you get 10% off your Biltong purchases. We have added some extra items on the website for anybody who likes the specialty candies or incredible tasting sauces and spreads. You may want to check out some new categories we've got available on there. So keep that in mind. Next time you are perusing for some meaty goodness, you can add some extras to it. I heard
the Boerewors on there.
Yes.
That sticks is like eats by the
by the pinky full.
yes, well, by the like pointy finger full.
Oh, pointy finger, not the pinky.
Yeah.
He's not that fancy, huh?
No, not quite.
All right.
And Marmite,
Vegemite.
Vegemite, and then we got our chutneys, which will become more and more.
And the chutney. I had a customer in today who was looking for chutney to dip their biltong in. That is a thing for those who like a little bit of sweetness. Now, chutney is a savory jam.
Basically.
Lots of spices on it. We made it a few Fridays ago. I can't remember the exact date, but if you guys look for the chutney episode, it's phenomenal. That stuff is just killer. You can use it with sausage. You can use it in other dishes. You can use it with meats, whatever, everything. It's good stuff.
All right,
And it's now available on biltongusa.com.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. You want me to check the customer quick? I need to go put the fire on. Otherwise, we're never going to get the sausage grilled.
The sausage is going to go in a pan if we don't do anything else.
Yeah. Remember, it's not a party until the sausage comes out.
I've got 2 sausages I'm looking at.
Correct. It's going to be
What
a
a
big
lucky
party
lady
today.
I am, huh? Got all the sausage today. I can have a sausage party all by myself.
Right. No.
Looky there. I see we've got Viva Fry raiding in. Thanks for coming. Anton is starting the fire outside right now. We've got our sausage here in front of me. He just pulled out some fresh. So we've got a new rule in our house. Our children sometimes like to have bread from a local guy that gets it at discounts. We are no longer. The bread that you buy, it's full of nonsense. I don't know if you guys buy store-bought bread, make your own. I highly suggest make your own. I've got fresh bread rolls and regular sandwich bread. There we go. That's the term I couldn't think of. What we're making today is Boerewors, which is our sausage on bread rolls. We call these Boerewors when all together. I've got some tomato onion relish. Is that what we're making here?
That's correct.
Awesome. We've got the onions already in the pan, and they smell incredible. The bread is tempting me. I don't eat bread anymore. Man.
Well, we started a little early just, because Viva said he'll raid us, and I didn't want to not be live. So, but I can't stand around and
Viva raid.
Well, oh, awesome. Well, thank you very much. Welcome in, everybody. So I don't want to stand around and look silly, while waiting for Viva. So I started making the sauce. So what we basically have.
Let me go check on the people. Can you explain where we are? Because someone said, whose home kitchen looks like this? You may have to back up a minute.
All right. So welcome in, everybody, from the raid. We are Biltong USA. I am Anton, also King of Biltong, everywhere on social media. This is not our home kitchen. So we are in our store. If you follow Viva, you will hear Viva normally talks about our biltong. Alex Jones eats our biltong. Viva eats our biltong. Luke Radowski eats our biltong. Ben, veteran biker, eats our biltong. Bulldozer, it's like everybody eats our biltong. We have probably the best biltong in the US. If you don't know what biltong is, it is a dried beef product like prosciutto. We are very proud of our product. It works very well. It is very healthy. And this is our store. So our store is to my right. I am in our old kitchen where we used to cook when we had a restaurant. Sorry, I'm running around and sweating. So I've got some sweat running into my eye, which I'm just going to wipe off. So you will hear ding-dongs. You will probably hear children complaining and crying and running around. And you will hear customers and maybe staff and all kinds of things happening. So we take 2 days a week. And we do a little bit of cooking just to share things that we have made and new things we make and some fun chatting and nonsense with people. Disclaimer, this is not a kid's show. We work with food. We work with meat. There are lots of fun comments that we can throw in there. So if you are sensitive to that, please be aware that we will be making comments and we will be talking nonsense because that's kind of the point, for some adults to blow off some steam. Nicole is my wife, so we are not doing anything nefarious. We are just having fun here. I am today making what we call Boerewors rolls. I've baked bread rolls. We have a recipe blog. So we got 2 websites. The one's called biltongusa.com. The other one's called Anton's. So it's Anton with an S. buns.usa.com. There's a recipe blog on Anton's, and on the recipe blog you will find this bread recipe. I used this bread recipe and I made bread, which I'm and bread rolls, which I'm going to use for the Boerewors rolls. It's like a hot dog but on steroids. We will probably be moving that recipe blog as well, or replicating it on Biltong USA to try and centralize things a little better for you guys that want to cook and do things. So this is a traditional South African sauce that we like to make for our pop, which is like a steamed cornmeal, and we also put it on our Boerewors rolls, and we use it for all kinds of things. This is my rendition of it. And I did mention earlier, for everybody that is new here, so I used a unbleached, untreated, unbromated flour, which I find if you use olive oil like the recipe says, it turns out a little dry after a couple of days. It's fine the first day, maybe the second day it's fine, the third day it seems to dry out a little. So today I used a palm shortening instead of olive oil for the bread. So, and I recommend using tallow, which would probably be the best. So we're just cooking this down. I've got a fire going outside. Normally we have a fire cam, but we were very busy today. We just kind of do this as a bit of fun to blow off some steam. So I didn't have time to set up the fire cam, call it a braai cam. We didn't have that or time to set that up today. But I will be cooking the meat on the fire. Nicole will talk to you guys and we will figure it out as we go along. So it's just some home cooking. I think it's a good idea for people to have some ideas of new things to make at home. We are South African, so we've got a little bit different food than you guys are used to in the US. So I thought it's a good idea to share some of what we do with you guys. Sorry, I've been running around all day. I made about 300 pounds of sausage today. So this is literally made today and it's going to get cooked today, and running around with all kinds of stuff. So I just ran outside to go switch the fire on with the flame, you know. So you use one of these things, it's called a bick, and then you put a flame and then fire and then cook, and then we're good. So yeah. So as you can see, this is what the sauce looks like now. So I've got diced tomato. I've got, so what I basically did was, for everybody that came in afterwards, so we take an onion, medium onion, and then you ring, you cut it and you peel it, you cut it in half, you put a flat side down and you half ring the onions, probably a 1/16 of an inch, like a 2-3 millimeter, and you just ring them, cut them in rings, and then you fry them off in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan, and you just kind of get them a little bit translucent. And then I had a teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of pepper, a half teaspoon of paprika, and then 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs. And the mixed herbs is pretty much, that's my cheat spice, so you can do it to your taste, the mixed herbs. And we added that in with, I use honey granules, but you can use sugar just to kind of break the tartness of it. I put 2 tablespoons of sugar in here, or honey granules for me. So that'll break the tartness. And then I fried all of that together, and I deglazed the pan with a tablespoon of vinegar. You can use Worcestershire vinegar, it's all good. So I did that, and then that hole is right under my fingers. Let me turn it like that, steaming my fingers here. And then I also baked the bread. So I wanted to have the bread done prior, but it kind of got done at the tail end of Viva Stream, and then we went live to make sure we catch the raid, which we did. And thank you very much for everybody that is here. So that's basically that. And this is homemade. We make it in the store. We make the sausage every week. This is what we call Boerewors. It's our traditional South African farmer sausage. It is awesome. It is leaner than American sausage, so you don't want to overcook these guys, and you don't want to break the case. You want to keep all the nice juices and stuff inside. And then fresh bread. So I don't eat bread, but my kids will definitely enjoy it. And then we just, the main attraction is basically the sauce, and you'll see what it pans out like when we are done. So you want to cook this down. And I've got a little bit of water back here just to keep the consistency good. So we want to cook this down and kind of crush those tomatoes down so they get all soft and gooey, and they pretty much become part of the sauce. And that'll take a little bit of time. So that's why it's important to make sure that this runs for a little bit. And you want to kind of have everything incorporated nicely. And And then, sorry, my range plate's a little crazy because this is our commercial kitchen. As you can see, this is all commercial stuff. So I don't want to burn anything. So we just get this all nice and thick so we can put it on the bun with the sausage when it's time to serve it. As soon as Nicole is back, I will go and check on the fire and make sure that is going well. And then we're going to put the sausage on the fire. There's only one way of making this, and that's on fire. We don't use gas where I'm from. If your friends know you have a gas grill, they will unfriend you, and not on Facebook. In real life, they will not come to your house or eat at your house because that's sacrilege cooking on gas. So we cook exclusively on charcoal or on wood, but the wood, yeah, I'm not too familiar with it, so I just stick to the charcoal. That way I'm safe and I don't poison anybody, you know. That could be a problem. And we don't cook commercially anymore. This is all for us. And of course, I'm joined by a little fly operating around here, so that's all fun. If I catch him, I'll eat him. It's extra protein. But anyway, so we don't cook commercially anymore. So what we make here, this is available commercially to take home for yourself. It's not available as a cooked product from our store. We don't do that anymore. We don't cook off a fire. We don't do anything off a grill. We don't supply any foods or anything like that. We are a grocery store, imports groceries, and then our main business is the biltong. So, which is why we mention it. And we sponsor ourselves. So, Biltong USA is our sponsor. All right. So, yeah, that is basically that. And I will have a peek at the chat in a second. As you can see, the tomatoes are slowly getting softer. Some of them, and some of them are still a little hard, but they'll all cook down nicely and make a nice glazy sauce, like a shiny sauce. I don't put butter or anything like that in here, but I do try and keep its consistency good with the water. So we can add a little bit more water and just keep this going nicely. So it'll cook all the tomatoes nice and soft, and it'll be awesome when we are done. I actually need to get a little teaspoon and taste it and just make sure it's good. And then the last thing I never put in, because it wasn't time yet, this goes in last. So we made a couple of streams ago, we made some chutney. So I'm going to just pour a little bit of this in there. You're looking for like a tablespoon or two, so depending on taste. So that's that'll just work against the Worcestershire, and then you also got a little bit of honey granules or brown sugar, just to combat that as well. So, and the the tartness of the tomatoes, so the chutney will combat that. So chutney is like a savory jam. There we go. That'll be good. That'll be good. All right, and then I'm gonna just sort that out like that. There we go. All good. All right, put that back on the range. So yeah, we make the chutney ourselves. This is our in-house chutney. It's a lot cleaner than the commercial products you can buy. All good stuff. Now we must try it and taste it and see what it's like. There we go. You can see a little bit of chutney there in the middle. All right, good stuff, man. That is a sauce. That is a sauce. All right, I'll go fetch a spoon with some holes in it in a minute. Get all of this. Cooking with gas. All right, there we go. Nice, nice. So yeah, so I'm gonna move this out the way because we want to keep that for in a little bit. I've got some butter back here. I actually normally have a little tray, but I got rid of that. So let me see if I can grab my tray here or another tray. It's just a lid from one of our containers. I just use that because it's easier. When I'm done, I just kind of throw it away. Let me see if I can grab one here. There we go. So makes the butter easier to reach. So I'll just grab this, pop it on there. There we go. Because the butter is real soft. And then I'll use this for some baking. I'll put that there, and then the butter can go over here. That way I'm not making a big mess with anything, so we can actually sort that out on the bread, because bread without butter is like life without pleasure.
Enter pleasure. I
Yes.
came in at impeccable timing.
Impeccable
How
timing.
about that?
Well,
I know you got to go check the bride. Go away.
Yeah, you
I'm
read
going
the
to chat with you guys,
Yes.
if that's okay with you. Sorry I've been hiding. We, of course, run a store. I'm sure Anton mentioned all of that. I have customers all over the nation wanting this stuff. This is Boerewors. I don't know if Anton told you exactly what's inside of it. We grind our own meat. We make our own sausage. It is absolutely phenomenal. Boerewors is farmer sausage. It's got a very coarse texture to it. It is coriander based, so lots of flavor in it. Not hot, not spicy, just flavorful, and that is wanted everywhere. Hi, Encryptus. Thank you for that. So what is going on? How is everyone doing today? I may not be able to catch it all, but is anyone else eating anything interesting today? Does anyone else have some fires going? I'm sure it is hot all through the country at the moment, unless there's a pocket of chill up north. That's not something we're familiar with, not in Texas at least. And I'm a native Texan, so this to me is normal. Heat outside is how life is supposed to be. Anton hails from Pretoria, which is also pretty hot as well. So for him, Texas is the correct heat again. I was just scrolling up and checking, and then someone says, wait, is this the biltong guy? Yes, this is the biltong guy. This is the biltong guy's wife. Pleasure to meet you. I am Nicole. I am the American side of this, and I get full blame for us doing this whole adventure.
Agreed.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yep.
So I had a problem. I met this weird-sounding foreigner, and he made really good food. We found ourselves in the dining capital of Texas. Did you know that's a thing? Well, it's not really a thing, but they call it a thing. And I told him we need to share this food with other people because it's actually pretty good. So here we are, started as a restaurant, turned into a shop, turned it into a biltong making, sausage making machine. Always meat, by the way, and doubled up meat. I get all the meat I can enjoy. Yes, hello,
Yes,
hello.
I did mention that this show is not kid friendly. If you get offended easily, this is not the show for you, because we banter and talk nonsense,
It's
which is
meat.
the whole point.
So
Well,
you
it's
have
meat
to.
and food, and
Yes,
you know, there's so
and
many.
life is too short. Please have some fun.
Yes.
Please have some fun.
Glenn Greenwald apparently has a lot of fun.
Oh.
I will
You'll
share
have
that
to
with you.
inform me
Yes.
later. What did I miss?
Yes.
I don't get to catch up on all of the goodies like Anton does. I am normally in the front with said customers, packing orders, or sometimes keeping short people calm.
Yes.
That's a
Yes, we have
full-time.
4 short people.
They're not all short. One's
Yes.
taller than me already. I
Yes.
will be the short mom. I am well aware. I'm okay with that. But hey, it does look like someone's making some food, cooking a ribeye steak as we speak.
Oh, goody,
Love
goody.
it.
Yes.
I love it. Got to eat all the fat in the world.
Yes.
Ooh,
And
no.
also, cook at home. Cook
Yes.
at home. Don't eat the junk they try and sell you.
Unless you are eating Wagyu peri peri, as Nura was earlier.
Oh, there
That
we
is
go.
some good stuff. Love it. We've got Encryptus. I am about to cook right now a pork and peppers dish covered with yogurt and cheese. Love it. High fat. Please do. Hey, looky there. Nice and warm in England today, too. Oh, goodness. Aren't you guys normally covered in like a array of
Clouds. Mist.
mist?
Oh, don't worry. The English government, or the UK government, I guess, wants to, I mean, not like England is the sunny capital of the world. They want to spray their skies and take the little bit of sun they got away.
We have so much of that here in Texas. It drives me bonkers. I'm not a fan of the spraying. I'm not going to lie. And my nose tells me when it's happening. I always get a tickle.
All right. That is looking like
Texas
business.
probably has a capital for everything. I think they do. You know what it is? So we learned when we came here, we thought the dining capital was actually a thing.
Unique dining capital.
Okay.
So it's the unique.
Unique.
So, but we are the unique. There's nothing else unique here.
Stop it. They have all of the chain restaurants. They're so unique in that. No hard feelings.
Yes. Yes, very
Ooh.
unique.
It's a thick sausage made from coarsely ground beef, sometimes mixed with pork or lamb, and flavored with spices like coriander, black pepper, nutmeg, cloves, and allspice. And it's delicious. Thank you, Greg.
Spot on. That is exactly.
It's Mr. Greg. Of course
Yes,
it is.
yes, that
He
is
knows.
exactly correct.
He knows
Yes.
how I like my meat.
Yes.
Is that inappropriate?
Greg is a long time
We've known
customer of
Greg
ours.
for 6 years,
Yes,
almost.
yes.
We've met his entire family. They are absolutely phenomenal, and we see him, if not weekly, monthly for sure, depending
Well,
on life.
bi-weekly for sure, actually.
Well, yes, but I would say at least monthly because life happens. He's got a lot of kids, a lot of family to keep up with. What's in the skillet, Lemon? It is our sauce. That is our tomato onion relish.
Yeah, I can run that down again. So it is half ring onions with some pan fried with some olive oil, salt, pepper, paprika, mixed herbs, a little bit of honey granules, deglaze the pan with some vinegar. You can use Worcestershire. I've got an in-house vinegar mix, and then a can of diced tomatoes and about 2 tablespoons of our chutney. And that is what we're cooking down to put on the Boerewors rolls. I actually made this way back episode 5. We had no sound because our internet was broken. So it's a redo.
I took a peek at it. Anton was inquiring, when did we make those? And I looked it up. I was like, oh, that's rough. That was pretty early on.
Yeah, it's just we didn't know what was wrong with the internet. Turned out that our ISP sold us bandwidth they didn't have.
Did you know that happens?
Yeah.
It does happen every time.
All they did was charge us more.
Yes.
And nothing else changed. We literally had people out here on Christmas Day trying to figure out what was wrong, and it turned out that they just didn't have the bandwidth.
We did feed them, by the way.
Yes,
if you guys check out our Christmas stream, they did get some food that day. Only one came to work. The other one came to entertain.
Yes.
I think is the way to put it. We do have news. This is from A is Pulse Gaming. I have news. I have to move the Sunday stream to another day, which may be Fridays.
Okay.
My work schedule has changed.
All right. Well,
That
that's
is
not
a
bad.
bittersweet. I don't know who I'm going to raid on a Sunday. I guess it's you.
Well, no, because we have Robert
I know, but
Guevara.
that's on Fridays.
Yes, but I think Robert is on Fridays.
Yes, I understand. So who are we going to raid on Sunday?
No, Sunday I don't know. We'll have to find someone.
We'll have to
But we
figure
can
that
leave
out.
that to Nero and Encryptus. Those guys are pretty good at finding
That's true.
someone.
They have done this for a little bit of time,
Yes.
I would say. Dear Sarge, welcome in. Let me just check the names because I can't read all these comments. I'm a little slow, as you can tell. I get distracted. What can I say? I would be one of those divergent ones. Change my picture. I like your name. I just like it. Singland, hello, hello. So glad to have you guys. Can I ask you guys a favor? Can you do me a solid and hit like on this stream, share, subscribe,
Yeah,
follow
if you like
what
cooking,
we're doing.
you know, follow. I'm sorry, I started a little early because I told Viva that the raid will be live 4:15 Eastern. Oh, sorry, 4:15 Central, 5:15 Eastern, and Viva said he'll see if he can make it to 5:15 and he'll raid us. So I decided let's just go live earlier because if Viva's going to raid us, you know what? I'm not going to mess with that guy. I will just make sure we are live. So we made sure we were live.
Lemon, can you see my buns?
Yes.
She wanted to see the rolls.
Okay.
You were talking about them, but they are out of picture.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
I can take this.
There's my buns.
Let me take this closer to the camera. Let me see
They
if I
are
can do that
beautiful. I'll get out of your way.
without dropping anything.
Yes.
Woo.
Thank you,
Oh,
Dave.
Okay, there we go.
It's for the kids. You know what?
I was
It's
wondering
for the
if
kids.
it's gonna fall. Well, there we go.
If you didn't know we're live,
We are live. All right, let me try that. So here we go. Those are the buns that I'm throwing around.
Don't worry, they actually couldn't see any of that,
All right.
but they all fell and hit the floor. That
Well,
is
not all of them.
beyond-
About 2 of them hit the floor.
Okay, 2
But I've
of
got them on a drying rack, and I'm trying so hard to not have them touch anything, and I'm failing today.
So what we'll do is we will just have the kids eat those 2 tonight, and then
Yes.
it doesn't matter.
Yes. Fortunately, we keep a pretty clean store.
They
And
are
clean
so soft and fluffy. What did you do in those? You said something a little different.
So I'm gonna switch this off. That is off. So what I did, I'm gonna cut one open here.
I'm gonna stand here and look pretty.
All right.
How am I doing?
So let me show you guys this. Let me see if I can do this. So I've got our bread recipe. I think you guys can see that. So you'll see this is so soft, man. When I have this, it's like I miss the days I ate bread. But this is just beautiful, beautiful bread. So what I did was, our bread recipe is on our recipe blog, which is on antonsusa.com. If you go to the website, there's a recipe blog right at the bottom. I've got some videos and stuff making the bread. The recipe is on there. What I did, because I use the unbleached, untreated, unbromated, everything like clean as possible flour as we can get. It tends to be a little dry, like day 3, I guess. But for the rest of the time, it's pretty good. So what I did was I used palm shortening instead of.
It is a thing, and it is not treated like you think the other shortening.
So I recommend tallow if you can. I didn't have tallow. My tallow is finished. I've got to make some. If you can use tallow, if you can't, use the palm shortening. It's clean shortening. It's not shortening like all the other crap. So I use that instead of anything else. It's got no funny preservatives and funny stuff in it. It's just clean.
No chemicals.
No chemicals.
That's the big thing.
We really try and stay away from chemicals. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the sausage on the fire.
Yes.
The sauce is done. Basically, I'm just going to cook it down still a little. And then we're going to put that on that bread roll, and then the kids are going to eat them.
Yes. So that is the special sauce that was mentioned for the bread. That stuff is phenomenal with the meat and the bread and the sauce.
It's very complimentary, yes.
It's a mess. Don't eat that in public. Lemon, you asked a question. Palm shortening in lieu of butter. It helps to have the bread last longer. Not that it's really necessary for us, but butter tends to go.
So the recipe on the website actually asks for olive oil. Or actually, I think it actually asks for canola oil.
Because we haven't updated it.
Yes, because I haven't updated it, but you can change it for olive oil. Mm-hmm. But I find with this specific flour, it dries. So I'm testing to see if it'll be a little bit better after a couple of days. It just felt quite dry to me. It's like after the 3rd day, I thought the bread was a little too dry. The palm shortening should solve that problem, or tallow.
Yes, and Jose, canola oil, aka poison.
Yes,
you got it.
We don't use that anymore. No, I made the recipe in the days that we did. I mean, that recipe.
We thought it was
is
healthy.
2021.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Is when I made. Well, I made the recipe in 2019. I put it on the website, I think, in 2021.
Yes.
And then in the meantime, I updated to newer things. You know, because you learn.
You live and you learn. Oh, and lard is perfect for buns. Lard is always good for buns. Put it on the buns and enjoy.
Yes, on and in.
There is a complaint, Anton.
What is the complaint?
JDL37 is getting hungry and asking, is anyone else getting hungry?
Well,
you need to smell this. Can I just ball it up for you and like push it through the screen so you can get a nice whiff of what is in here? The onion tomato relish is phenomenal. Just wait until the meat is on the fire. Go check that fire.
I'm going to go check the fire quick.
Okay, bye-bye. Yes, the food's very good. Thank you, Neuro, for dropping that link for anybody in chat. We try to encourage people to eat real food, make it yourself. Unfortunately, buying things boxed is not the right way to go. We do have some options on antonsusa.com, but in all honesty, it's still going to have preservatives in it, and it's still going to have different things that you may not want to ingest. So anytime you can have raw ingredients, that is the best way to go. With that said, if you need help, I got the sausage. I have some oxtail. We had some questions about that. The Wagyu oxtail is absolutely phenomenal. The sausage is good. We eat a lot of lamb as well. We tend not to do too much chicken. Chicken's on the leaner side, and we are full believers of higher fat as far as our meats go. Higher fat, red meat. Definitely better for the body, although I love my eggs. Don't take away my eggs. Those are phenomenal, too. Came for the folk and stayed for the milk. Duck fat, I've got to share that with Anton. He will laugh. Copium has been on a milk kick lately. It is apparently the saying for Biltong USA. I guess I'm going to take it.
What's that?
Milk.
Milk, yes.
Duck fat says, I came for the folk and I stayed for the milk. It sounds like it. It's sizzling. Dog digger using psych warfare to make us hungry. No, I just want you to eat decent. eating real food, you will be surprised how much better you feel, you look, everything, and enjoyment. Yeah, mental clarity. There we go. That's a good thing too, and that's the high meat. I definitely suggest that as well. Thank you, Spaz Out. We had a raid. Viva Fry and company were good to us and raided us today.
Yes.
Yes, and Hyphen, yes, pork bellies. You can't argue that. We are pork eaters. Not too much, but we like our bacon.
Yes.
And our pork rashers. It's a very thick cut bacon. We tried to, what did we try to wrap up? Onion?
No, we...
It was onion. It was onion. You were going to wrap the...
Oh, yeah, the onion rings. Oh, that was a fail, man. That bacon...
Our bacon's too big.
Too thick, yeah.
It's too thick.
Did
you hear that?
Yeah.
It's too thick.
Yeah. You want to go see if there's a customer. That's too thick.
Oops.
So, yeah. So, and you can grab my phone over there and just check my messages. But we have been solidly working on an exit plan for our store here. We own 21 acres out on Highway 287. On your way, if you are anywhere familiar with the area, we are in DFW in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, northwest, I guess.
Yes.
Well, North Fort Worth.
Which is northwest in DFW,
yes,
Metroplex.
In DFW, it will be northwest. So we are moving further out into the unincorporated, out into the county, I guess. Oh, am I dead? Ah, man.
They heard none of that.
Yes. Okay. So let me start again.
Fail.
Yes, I don't always see the little light on my microphone. It's very hidden. All right. So let me try that again. Where were we? You went to go look for the customers.
Which there is one, so I'll be out in a
All right,
second.
no problem. I'll leave the mic on this time. So
you're giving an update.
Yeah. So I
We've
don't know
been
where,
working on an exit plan.
This range plate is crazy.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, so we have now for some time, people that follow our channel and talk to me on social media or even Nicole or whatever, is well aware that we have been working on an exit strategy for our store for quite some time. And we own 21 acres out on Highway 287. Now, what I was saying was, if you are familiar with the DFW, so Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, we are basically northwest, situated northwest in the Metroplex. We are moving further out northwest into the unincorporated into the county. On the highway, we have frontage 21 acres. We should, within the next, I guess, month, have that start with construction.
Yes, and we will be putting out as we are breaking ground.
Yes, we will be putting out as we are breaking ground. It's nothing fancy. We are not building massive buildings because that takes a lot of time and is very expensive. We have got we bought some temporary metal buildings which we're going to set down. We're getting access roads put in and all kinds of other things. We will be making this at least once a month on a Saturday.
Yes.
So if you are anywhere near that area now, where we
traveling, through,
where we will be is between DFW, so between, I guess, Fort Worth and Wichita Falls.
Yeah.
So between Fort Worth and Wichita Falls on the highway,
halfway.
we will, about halfway, we will have our store out there. So all our stuff, our store will be there. We will put our biltong manufacturing out there. Everything's moving out there with us. Why I asked the call to check my phone is just because we're waiting for updates.
I'll be back.
We're waiting for updates with the money part of this, which includes us selling our home. So we are going all in, balls to the wall, I guess, for lack of better wording. Why is this thing not off? I have switched it off so many times and it is still hot like hell. But anyway, so so that's basically what's happening, and we hope to put everything out on social media and keep people updated of what we are doing. We will show the entire progress, the build out, everything. I mean, there's bits and pieces I can't show you guys because some of it is confidential of how we make things and processes and equipment we use, which I don't want to really share because It took me the better part of 15 years to figure some of this stuff out, so I'm not just going to divulge it. But I will show you how we assemble or build the buildings out, and how we clean things up, and how we're going to do things. We shall be moving out that way as well. So, and that'll happen pretty soon. So yes, fun and games is en route.
Fun, games, and meat.
Yes.
That is what we do around here.
Yeah. So we'll actually be making this depending on demand. I will attempt to make this as much as possible, because we can actually make fire out there without getting in trouble.
Look at there. So Cam did tech school in Wichita Falls, believe it or
Okay,
not.
well, there we go.
That.
There we go. All right, you take that. I'm going to go throw these big boys on the fire.
It's very thick today. I don't know if you guys could actually see that Boerewors there.
I can show them quickly. Let me
show
see.
them. Show
Let me
them
see.
my meat.
Let me see.
Tease.
All right, so
It'll look even better here soon. So you guys are asking about the cannabis ban in Texas. From what I understand, that is true. For us, it's not something we use. Not saying everything needs to be banned. I am really against extra laws in place of things, especially that help people. I would rather not do that, but I have no words for the way of the laws in Texas lately. There have been a few interesting things that have been going on, but I am not here to talk politics, laws, anything like that. We'll talk about getting out of DFW and maybe some of the stuff we've personally experienced. But there's a lot of people who keep up with the know on the news, and I know you guys, a lot of you came from Viva Fry. He's incredible with the news. We'll let him do what he does. Yes, I know there's a lot of good things with cannabis. There's a lot of positives for people. I think pharmaceuticals is a lot of the problem with banning different things. I was reading the history on witches, and it's actually fascinating when you look back in time as to why people were called witches and where that actually witchcraft came from. It's people who made herbal remedies, whether it's to help or sorry, I'm watching Anton be a nonsense over here. Move to Austin. That is a hard no.
yes.
Have you seen Austin?
That is a very big hard no. Austin is Texas, San Francisco.
Yes, Austin is lefty central in Texas. That is correct. I've been there. No.
Yes, we went.
Yeah, we say
went,
Mia.
Yeah, we went to. I'm not gonna call out the barbecue place.
Barbecue joint.
Very popular. Went there. Food was very expensive, and
lots of homeless.
Lots of homeless. Yeah.
Like crime. Just I was not impressed with the look of the city, and I'm not even one who believes in it has to have a certain look, whatnot. No. But when it's dirty and you see people on the streets, I get a little nervous because, of course, I have small kids. So there's places you tend not to go when you're concerned about family. Correct. And I mean, I don't take my kids into downtown Fort Worth where I used to work because I know what's down there. Yes. I know, and Denton, same thing. There's places, exactly. Denton, Dallas, Fort Worth. We don't go to certain areas. We've been to Denton.
I really did not.
No.
I did not enjoy that. Like, really did not enjoy that.
Guess who just made his appearance?
Who just made his appearance?
Jacob Castro.
Oh, welcome, Mr. Castro. You were talking about the marijuana ban.
Yes.
So Texas.
CBD, not marijuana.
Yes. Well, CBD.
I know,
but still, Texas has been making some really interesting decisions.
That's what I said. But I said we're not going to talk the politics.
Yes. I just so you gotta let people do their thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't like people need to be free. Because you cannot legislate freedom. Mm-hmm. And, they did the CBD ban, and then they did the...
schools.
Well, except for the schools, the memes.
Oh, yes. Oh, here in, I want to say it's September.
Yes. So if you
will no longer be able to make memes that are not 100% truthful about anybody in current office.
Yeah,
that's not like, a concern at all.
No, but it's like, are we now fucking the UK now?
Yes.
Are we now the Brits? Texas.
So we do have a Rumble rant.
Okay.
Austin was a sad joke, but they need common sense voters badly. I agree, but I'm not going to be one of them. Sometimes you have to remove yourself. We are in, obviously, Roanoke's a small town, but in any of the metropolitan areas, you're going to find a lot of blue, a lot of purple, and that is exactly what we're in here in DFW. So anything to break away from that to where we have more freedom, that's why we are moving headquarters out of DFW just a little bit northwest. We will be in the county. County versus city, totally different as far as expectations. And what that means is we can give more to our customers, to people who we work with, and we can work with others that we couldn't work with previously. So as we have potentially farmers markets, different things that are on our land, we can even provide more to the public. We are big for giving people in the area things that you cannot normally get. It drives me crazy. I was just telling Anton, because I've been kind of watching the groups of that area. We've owned the land for a few years now. And the biggest thing they complain about is not even having decent meat choices. Because your options are, there are not many butchers out there. Your options are the big chain stores or going to a farmer and getting a quarter cow, half cow, or more, which that can be hard for some people depending on what your life is like. So we'll offer alternatives on that, whether it's sausage, steaks. We do a lot of steaks. Some of our machines, they tend themselves to slice nicely. So if we can get different types of meat, which Anton's done numerous times. He's done ribeyes. We've had, I am Tres Major, which I think we've run on stream many times now. But we like quality meats and we like to share it with other people. So the Wagyu specifically that we put in the sausage, it's a cleaner meat. It's a local farm. They use no antibiotics, no growth hormones. It is vegetable fed only. Even our Angus meat is also higher quality than what you'll find at your normal retailers. It is from the Dakotas, and they are small farms that work together. It's a co-op, essentially, and then they process all of their meats in the big processors. And that's who we go to get our meat. We do not go to any of the normal providers, which I annoyed a few of our shops that we work with because we no longer buy meats from them. I'd rather go direct to the source, and that has been phenomenal, not gonna lie. I saw a comment for me. Post some memes and get caught, then Barnes can bring that case and get that law removed. I will, unfortunately, the biggest problem you come into is when you have young kids and you live a different life, you're already a target. So I'm already a target, so I'd rather not be the one to cause
It's okay, I got it. We got it. There's a customer this side and UPS is this side. We got it all. Yes, don't worry. I've got a son that's overexcited. I'll load UPS. You hang here. I've got the Boerewors on the fire.
I'm going to entertain and keep chatting. Okay.
Yes, no problem.
So, like I said, I'll hold off on me being the test subject for that. Biggest thing, if I just went down our history of how much government issues we've had in the last 6 years, it's a lot. It's we want to set ourselves up. Biggest thing we found is you cannot make a change unless you have a presence. So for us to move locations and to build a presence, that will help, hopefully, politics. I need to stop. I believe you will, Encryptus, and they will be fun. Femboy likes making all kinds of interesting things. I love it. I enjoy the banter with you guys. I love kind of being behind the scenes and keeping up on everything that's going on. I don't always get to chat. I don't always get to respond, but I do get a lot of chuckles, so thank you for that. I wonder what they do with this. Violence never solved anything. George Washington. Go figure. So if the if everybody could quit being violent, you know, it would help. Yes, there's a, you know, that's the other thing. VPNs. And Dave, you're correct. We are firm believers in using VPNs. There's a lot of different things you can do to protect yourself, of course. I am still smelling this incredible bread. I'm questioning, am I not eating bread tonight or am I eating bread tonight? You'll meme for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Weed was cool when it was illegal.
Yeah, that's
now
correct.
It's trendy. You are spot on, Jacob. I chuckle with that. Everyone, we always hear about people with that. Do I need to check customer? Or did the kids ring them out?
No, it's Yanni.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
So he's going to need some meat.
Yes.
All right, Anton will go help our customer with his meat. He likes his slabs and he likes them a certain way.
Yes.
We've learned a lot of people what they like. So that same tub you pulled from yesterday.
Okay.
Most likely.
Problem. Yeah.
All right. I always know where my
ready.
meat is. I know where to find the different.
Yeah, right.
I'm not gonna lie. I handle the meat once it comes down, or as it's coming down. Anton does all of the production from the beginning to the making and then hanging. Biltong hangs for 7 to 10, sometimes longer days, and it is quite a process and learn technique to know when it's ready, because it's not something that you can just look at anything to tell you it's ready. And even looking at the meat, you won't know for sure if it's ready. It's a feel, and the feel is different. Each type of meat is a little different too. I know Anton did Angus versus Wagyu last Friday. The Angus meat tends to be a little tougher. The Wagyu meat tends to be a little softer. Doesn't mean it's not ready at the same time, just means you got to know what you're feeling for. So I chuckle with our meats. They're all a little different. And that guy, he likes his wet and fatty. That is a thing. If you don't know about it, it's very good. I like that. VPN started defaulting to DC. Everyone needs to put their VPN to DC, and then they can go track themselves. I think there's 2 gentlemen, last I heard, who are having a field day with all of the information they are finding at the moment. So I really want the U.S. to import all the hippos from Colombia and start farming them. I want hippo steaks. What does a hippopotamus taste like, if I may ask? Does anybody know? I've never had it. Hey, Neuro, Proton Mail. We've seen it a lot. We haven't used Proton Mail yet. As of right now, we have our own mail server. It is external, private, but I've seen Proton, I've seen Me, I got a lot of different customers that use all kinds of different mail servers. So I actually find interesting. I've learned a lot of the different ones that I didn't even know existed. I learn a lot from our people that come through. I find it fascinating. So thank you guys for always teaching me something new. Lawyers are scum. You know, it's not really the lawyers, I think it's the system, because you have to think about it. What created the lawyers is the system. It's kind of like the doctors. In my past life as healthcare, I chuckle with, it's not really the doctors. I don't see people as intentionally meaning to cause harm, but when you're led down that path because there's literally no other way in the field you are in, what's going to happen? And that is probably what's happened with a lot of the lawyers too, is they are forced down a way that shouldn't go, like chicken. Cyber Ghost, what is that? Is that another VPN? I don't know that one. That's new to me. Does your meat hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? You know, it does. It does. We have 3-tier shelves that we use currently. So I have a high and a low and an intermediate. What can I say? Viva is my favorite lawyer. I like that. I like Viva and Barnes. I enjoy both of them. Of course, we see Viva a lot more. I chuckle. Our youngest son, he for some reason really likes Viva's show. Whenever Anton is on there with him, he gets a kick out of it. He lights up and gets really excited from what I see.
Yes. Let me just grab a probe. Gotta go stick
Are
it
you
in the
gonna go
meat.
stick it in the meat? Did you clean
I
the
need
tip
to.
first?
The tip is clean, yes.
Okay. He's sticking that probe in meat. I don't know what you guys think of that, but just so you know. Thank you, Encryptus. Robert Barnes is a great lawyer and a great person. That is what I've seen so far as well. Hey, I actually hear they had a, what is it? First annual, Encryptus, you're going to have to give me the name for this. First annual, I cannot remember what it is, in August. What are we calling their event, Encryptus? Can you help me? I'm going to need some help because I can't remember what the name is. Barnes is good people. You know what? Change my picture. He's got that stogie in his mouth, and it makes him feel better, okay? I had a customer in earlier. They mentioned the pacifier of their grandbaby, and it looked like if they just had like a pipe off of it. And you know, that makes me think of the stogie too. It's the same thing. No, don't give me the event info. I just want the name, Encryptus. Pippy meat stocking. I like my braids. I should have them up in the air if I were to do that. Viva Barnes live event 1776. There we go. Fundraiser. Why I couldn't think of the word fundraiser? Good night. So as far as I understand, this is going to be a yearly fundraiser for Viva and Barnes. Very excited to meet them, hopefully. Thank you, Lemon. I think that will be quite a fascinating event. If you guys haven't checked out Viva and Barnes, I know not everybody came from the raid, so if you don't know, they have a show on Sunday evenings. Starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, our time. So it's shortly after we...
You want to go help them quick?
I can. I was talking about Viva and Barnes's fundraiser that's coming up in August. Excited to hopefully meet them both. These good people that we've been told and seen. I mean, we have interacted.
Absolutely. Just help the kids there quick. My kids are now at the point where they're almost able to ring people out. So they just need a little guidance, which is awesome because my daughter's 12, my son is 7. But man, they really want to get that stuff done, you know. They really want to help, and which is awesome for us. So yes, as Nicole was saying, August, I think it's middle of August. I have to check the exact dates. If Neuro, you can drop the link if you got it to the fundraiser for Barnes. You know, for it's actually 1776 Law, I think, is the fundraiser. If Encryptus is here, you could also drop it. Doesn't matter, either one of you guys. But yes, we will be there for sure. We are planning around that. So we are trying to see if we can do our construction start, get everything sorted, shut down here, go there, do the weekend, and then basically open on the other side, or maybe take a week, get everything sorted out, and then open beginning September on the other side. We'll see how all of that works out. But yes, we will be at 1776 Law Center's fundraiser. Oh, I'm hiding all this beautiful sausage from you guys. So that's cooked. Now, just as a matter of interest, this I take to like 140 degrees. 140, 145, because we don't use ground beef and we don't use crap. So we try and keep the moisture or the juiciness inside. And man, I am salivating just looking at this. It's going to be so good. So anyway, so yes, we will be at 1776 Law Center's fundraiser this year. I think it's the first annual one. We will be there. We want to meet Vivo. We want to meet Barnes. We want to meet Encryptus. We want to meet, I don't know if Nero will make it, but if he does, we'll meet him. And everybody that goes there will be able to actually meet us in person, and we can all have a nice chat. We'll probably bring a ton of biltong up so everybody can try it. And yeah, we'll have some good times. So yeah, man, let me grab this. I'm going to just step away from the camera for a second, grab a spoon, grab a plate. Let me get that. Let me get this. All right, so let's try and do this semi-civilized, which is not the way it should be, but you know. And the one thing that I'm going to do, which I find, well, I can do it with this knife. Scissors cuts these things really well. So so let's see. Do it like that. There we go. Oh man, the juiciness on this guy is just phenomenal. All right, so there you go. I actually want to give that customer of mine that's in, give him a little piece. Oh, almost like I want that piece. Right. So, and this is pretty much how your sauce looks. Let me bring it closer to the camera so you guys can see. So it's a nice cook down. So let me see. I think you can see this. So that's like a relish. It's a little bit chunky. You want to give Yanni a little piece?
Yanni's running.
Oh, is he gone already? I didn't hear ding dong though.
He's about to be. That whole piece?
No, that little piece there.
Yeah.
I have no trays. All right, Yanni's missing out. I'll eat it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. We have some awesome customers that come in. It's kind of like when you guys are on chat. We get all excited when we see the regulars.
Trin is going to really like this.
Yes, she is.
All right.
Careful, you're going to get in trouble with the other girl if you don't give her a plate.
Yeah, no, my youngest is now on. She wants a plate. So there we go.
Moist. Yes. Moist. Our meat must be moist around here.
Yeah, if you overcook this, it's real dry, man, and that is not fun.
No.
Yeah, dry meat, not fun meat.
No.
All right, I'm gonna.
Wait, you gonna share it?
What do you know?
I want to eat some meat.
Yeah, I'll cut you your own piece. You can have yours. I'll have mine. Huh?
I wouldn't know. I haven't been fed any meat.
Oh, that is good, man. Wow.
Hey, Russ, did you see he gifted a subscription?
I did not.
Gracie Me is the winner of the subscription. That's way too big for my mouth.
Yeah, I know. You're going to have to cut through it. I can't cut it any smaller, man. Hide from the camera.
Uh-huh.
You can do it, water boy. You can do it. Hey, Gracie is in. I didn't see
Yes.
Welcome, Gracie.
She's sneaky.
Oh, yes.
I like it.
Lurking.
That's okay. I like lurkers.
Yes.
Lurkers, you get busted when there's subscriptions to be had.
There we go. That's
That
very
is
good.
phenomenal.
That is very good. I'm having some of that, man.
Mm-hmm. All of it. As a noob, I like it. I like noobs. We love that you guys are on with us. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So
Load that on a drone and send it to, I would assume that's Minnesota. Yes.
Oh, this is very nice.
It is so good.
So
I actually did just have a guy phone and he ordered some meat. I felt bad because he was thinking about it earlier and then phoned again while we were on stream and finished off his order. I'm not going to tell him, but he asked if he could trade out something for another item. I'm just going to toss it in. He spent enough with us today. So I'm excited for this customer to see the surprise in his box. I can't always do that, but we try to when we can.
let me not put sauce because, nonsense.
Yes.
If I put sauce, she doesn't want it. Then if I don't put sauce, she's going to want it. So I'll just, this way I can always add.
What kind of milk makes the cheese? We don't have cheese. It is butter.
Why is there a fly here?
Because it's...
UPS. Came in with UPS.
Yes.
UPS brought the flies. So I think I really want to go eat some meat. That looks very good. Oh,
No,
it
not
tastes
looks
phenomenal.
good. It is good.
No, it's very nice, I must say. So we've just upgraded from Angus. So I showed, was it last week? I showed the meat.
Last Friday.
So we now use a Wagyu shoulder, which I didn't put the orders in because, but I'll put them in today because we're only fetching Tuesday, so we're good.
Dude.
No, that's long.
I
It's
tried
long enough.
to tell
Yeah,
him.
it's
been busy.
been very
It's been
busy.
busy.
So, but anyway, it's just a reminder for myself. I'm sorry, I have some fucking disease. I can't, like, if a thought comes through my mind, it's got to go through my mouth. So I have no filter whatsoever. But anyway, so we've upgraded our meat to Wagyu shoulders. So we do Wagyu shoulders for the sausage. It is just outstandingly good. Outstandingly good. So I think we could probably chop, yeah? Are we rating anyone? Because I'm gonna be eating. If we're rating someone, I'll hang around, man. But we can
raid Robert, Neuro, or Encryptus. Would you mind helping us out? I actually got to listen to a show last night. Anton and I were grinding the meat for this lovely sausage. We actually do that together, believe it or not. We are that couple who does just about everything together, besides packing boxes. That's my realm. And I'm not gonna lie, he can make the sausage. That's not fun.
No.
You can do that.
I was
I'll go pack
this
boxes.
morning. I started this and I finished at noon.
Was it noon? Are you sure it wasn't later?
Maybe like 12:30. But
I don't know. It was a day.
So the whole day I stood making the sausage. But anyway.
Ooh, coming to Texas for your sausages.
Good.
I have a threat here, or shall I share? What do I do? All right, Neuro, if you got that raid, we will carry on.
Yes, I will.
We never made you a mod, Encryptus. That's not
Did
my
we
fault.
not?
It's you never made Encryptus a mod.
We need to make him a mod. Yeah, make him a mod. So make him a mod. Go make him a mod. I don't want him to see.
Neuro's got it. Neuro's got it.
All right, Encryptus, we'll sort that out for you.
I'll set
man.
it up. I will take care of you.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought we made him a mod. I don't know. All right, we'll make you a mod. No problem, man. We have no issue with you guys for sure. So yeah, I think that's that.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not closing it yet. Say hello. Hang out. I'm gonna go get that third mod.
Yes, and do me a favor. Don't you want to go call those the like what do you call them? Organ.
The stair
What's it?
stepping.
What do you call that thing in the church? Is it an organ?
I wouldn't know. I don't go to those.
Yes,
places.
I know, but you know the ones that they have in church that they play. So it's organ pipes. Our 4 organ pipes. Yep. Go fetch them so I can give them their food. And I don't know if the 2 middle ones want to probably share this. The big one will eat this all. So I can put this down here so she can grab it. And I just want to find out if the small ones want to share this one or if they want their own one. They're probably going to say their own one and just eat half of it. I am going to get a tray. I'm going to eat that fly. Stop. The camera is live. Do you guys want to share this, you and Esme? Let me show you how big this is. Hold on, mate. You want to share this? Okay, so I'm going to cut it in half. Do you want sauce? Hold on. You want sauce? You want sauce? No. All right. I'm going to cut this in half for you guys. Yes, you can. I'm going to put yours in the tray, Michael. And you can have yours on the plate if you don't drop it. Yes, I know you like the plate. That's for Trin. Yes, I know that makes you very happy. I know that makes you very happy. All right, so that's for Michael. Don't drop this. Go put your stuff down. Go put all your stuff down and you can fetch this. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to... here we go. Thank you. All right, Michael's is back there. I have to... I don't like to get my kids on camera, so... You know, I'd rather give them the choice.
All right, the raid is through.
All right, we can hang.
Well, you're technically have already bumped over to Robert, so hello.
Okay.
We do still have some people in our chat, so I'm going to opt out and keep on keeping on. Encryptus, you have been added, just as an FYI.
Just go see what's going on there. Our kids want to kill each other now because I don't know what that was. Oh. Don't worry, craziness, because you know when you're 7 and you're a boy, apparently you destroy everything. So, little tip for you guys: I put some new fire detectors, smoke detectors. I think you call them. I'll call them fire alarms, but it's the smoke detectors. So I put some new ones in the house because you know we're selling our home and things like that, and. I thought, you know what, let me do the guy a favor, whoever's going to buy it. Let me just put new smoke detectors, and that way there's no question about the age and stuff like that. So with the bad spraying and stuff here of the skies, the weather's a little, you know, wonky. So we decided, my wife decided, that our children require some humidifiers. Now, lo and behold, these damn smoke detectors, smoke alarms, whatever you want to call them, they go off if they detect too much humidity. So I had one go off like 2 months ago, and I thought it went faulty, so I pulled it out, and then another one went, so I pulled it out, and then so we got 5 or 6 in the house, so I pulled eventually 3 of these out, and then the nonsense stopped, and then we figured out, but hold on a second, it's actually not the smoke detectors, it is the humidity that causes it. Now, when it's 2 a.m., because smoke detectors, the only time they go off is 2 a.m. in the morning. Those things never go off. Like, you know, when normal people are awake. No, it'll be 2 a.m. in the morning. So I have no time tolerance, patience, or a sense of humor at 2 in the morning because I don't sleep a lot. I sleep like 5-6 hours maximum a day. So when you wake me up at 2 a.m., then I'm not the friendliest guy to be around.
I was up with him, just so he knows.
Well, I'm still getting to that part.
Okay.
So anyway, so we figure this out, and of course we talk, and our children hear this. So yesterday, I get new ones, and I put them in. We got the ones to replace the 3 that was gone. Hold on a second. What do you need? Yes, that's yours. Go take it. So I replaced the 3 that I ripped out and, you know, basically destroyed and threw away because I didn't have any sense of humor left for them. And my oldest son, who's 7, heard about this humidifier thing. So what does he do? He takes the humidifier, turns it on flat out, and goes to sleep. So 1 o'clock this morning,
He knew what he was doing.
he knew exactly what he was
knew
doing.
what he was doing.
So this morning at 1, the fucking smoke detector goes completely insane. And I wake up and I hear this beeping and I'm like, no, man, that can't be right. And I think to myself, is this actually now faulty? Oh, I need to get the little man some.
Yes, this is for him because he's gonna want some bread.
So I think to myself, did this thing actually go faulty now? Really? Just get it right over there. Did it actually go faulty? Didn't it go faulty? What is going on? So I walk into the room, and even the carpet's damp because he turned that thing on full volume. If it could go to 10, he had it at 11. I saw the steam barreling out the front of this thing, and the smoke detector is going insane because it's freaking out because it's thinking, oh, my paper towels are finished. It's thinking that something's wrong. So now the joke is we don't have normal roofs. We have vaulted, like a 12-foot.
Yes.
So I got to go fetch the long ladder and barrel through the passage into the rooms to get all of that. To get all of that done. Just do me a favor.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, just go talk to them because now I'm getting impatient with them as well. So anyway, none of them getting dessert tonight, that's for sure. But so now I'm at 1 o'clock in the morning, in my shorts, ladder under the arm, trying to not break the paint we just painted the house with, getting through the doors to try and get the smoke detector to keep quiet. So that was a lot of fun at 1 this morning. And then I was mildly annoyed. So I couldn't fall back asleep till about 2:30, and I got up at 4, actually at 3:30. So, and I got to bed at like 10:30. So that's been a day. That's been a real good day. But I think, without further ado, I am going to go and snack on some food. Nicole, you want to kill this thing? We've actually got a stand now, so we're going to slowly migrate to something where we can actually control it a little better. It's just hard for me, I cook all the food, so it's very hard for me to run like the chat, and I can see. All right, meet out, yes, cheers, Russ. Dropped your link in Rob's chat. Thank you, Nero. I will be in Rob's chat in a few minutes. I'm just going to eat something, and then I'll pop in there, and I will see you guys Sunday. And we'll make something interesting. I'm thinking of maybe doing some oxtail or something like that. You want to kill this thing?
I will kill it. I need more bread for the young lady.
Which one?
The short one.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, are you ready for me to go?
Yeah, we can go. I want to hop on Rob's chat, and then I will see everybody on Sunday. You guys have a great day. And what's it? Mulk, I guess, is now the new saying. Mulk.
Mulk.
Copium.